Hello everyone, in this lecture we will learn logical operators. There are three logical operators: AND, OR, NOT. And if you use AND, all the conditions must be true, then only it will return true. If any condition is false, it will return false. And if we use OR, for OR, when all the conditions are false, then only it will return false. If any one condition or more than one condition is true, it will return true. And the last one is NOT. NOT will reverse the result. If it is true, it becomes false. If it is false, it will become true. So let's see some examples. I'll create a new file, Python file. So we'll solve a problem. Let's ask the user to enter age. This question we already solved. Let's do it again. Enter your age and we will check whether person is eligible for vote or not. So how do we check? If age is greater than or equals to 18, we will print you can vote, else print you cannot vote. So here only one condition we are checking: if age is greater than or equals to 18 or not. I'll run it. Enter your age and you can see it's printing you can vote. It's true, condition is true. But what if user entered something like this, let's say this number? Still it will print you can vote. We know that this is not a correct input. This age is not a valid age. So how to handle this situation? So this age should be more than 18 or equals to 18. At the same time, age should be less than, let's assume maximum we have 120. So there are two conditions. So age should be between 18 and 120. So how to combine the condition? Both the conditions should be true, so we can use AND here. And age should be less than 120. So when this condition is true, then it will go for this one. If this condition is also true, then only it will come here. So if this condition is false, it will not check another condition because it will stop here only. We are using AND operator here. So for AND, both the condition should be true. Any condition is false, it will stop. Go to else part. Let's run it. Now let's enter again this value and it will print you cannot vote. Now age must be between this range. 110, you can vote. So this way we can use AND operator when we have to combine the conditions, multiple conditions, and all the conditions must be true, then only we do something. If any condition is false, we'll do something else. In that scenario, we use this logical operator AND. One more important point here, the same problem we can solve in another way. So let's see that. So 120 must be greater than age and age must be greater than or equals to 18. So we can write this kind of expression. Let's run this. If it is 17, you cannot vote. If it is between this range 66, you can vote. If it is above 20 or even 20, you can see you cannot vote because it's greater than, condition is not true. So we can do like this also. Now one more thing here, this same expression can be written in reverse order. For example here, 18 120, but this symbol will change. 18 should be less than or equals to age, and age should be less than 120. So math, simple math, or how we read this. And you can see, you can vote when you give a valid age. So this is AND operator. Next we'll see OR operator. I'll create one more program and ask the user to enter a primary color. Now if this color equals to red, or now we know that there are three primary colors: red, green, blue, RGB. So that is what we have to check. Or color equals to blue. So what we are checking here, if the color entered by the user is primary color or not. So we'll print it's a primary color, else not a primary color. You can print anything. So we are just checking if it is out of RGB or not. So that color scheme we use for cameras or in laptops, and for printing purpose we use CMYK. So anyway, here let's understand this. If the color which is entered by the user is red, okay, if this condition is false, it will check another condition. But if it is true, it will stop here only, because for OR we are using OR here, right? So this condition will not check, because it is for OR any condition is true, it is true. Now if it is false, then it will go to another condition check, but out of that any condition is true, it is true, it will come here. If all the conditions are false, then on it will go to else part. Let's run it. So let's enter blue. It's a primary color. Let's enter white, not a primary color. So this way we can use OR operator when we have to check if there are multiple conditions, and out of that any condition is true, we will do something, and if all the conditions are false, then we have something to do, we perform that task. So that scenario we can use OR operator. Remember, we can always combine, like here AND, or here we can write some condition. So this is possible. So we can combine AND and OR. Now let's understand the third operator, which is NOT. NOT will reverse the result. If it is true, it will become false. If it is false, it will become true. For example, if I put this everything inside this NOT, so it will reverse. Let's understand this. I'll enter a primary color, red. So it should print it's a primary color because condition is true, but because of NOT it will reverse it, so it will become false. And see here, not a primary color. So whatever it will return true or false. NOT will reverse it. Let's see one more example. Result true. So I'll print not result, and see here false. Because it is true, it become false, and if it is false, it will become true. Let's solve a problem using this logical operator. We want to compare four numbers. We have to find the greatest number between four numbers. So how to do that? I'll take four numbers A, B, C, D. Just a small exercise. Now, out of these four numbers, or maybe I can ask the user, I want to find the greatest number between these four numbers. How to do that? Simple. First we will compare A. If A is greater than B and A should be greater than C and A should be greater than D, it means A is greatest. Now, if this condition is false, any condition is false here, it means A cannot be greatest. So how many numbers we left with? Then B, C and D. That we will compare. Let's compare with B. B greater than C and B greater than D. So it means B is greatest. Now, if any condition is false here, it means B cannot be greatest. So we left with C and D. If C is greater than D, we'll print C. Else only one number is there, which is D. Now here you have to understand this. If A is greater than with all the number, then A is greatest. But any condition is false, it means A cannot be greatest. So there is no point to check A again here in this condition. Now we have only B, C and D, three numbers. Similarly, when we check B greater than C and B greater than D, B is greatest. If this condition or this condition is false, B cannot be greatest. Now we left with only C and D. So C greater than D, C is otherwise D. Let's run this. And you can see here 56. I'll change the value 120. I should print or 227. So we can use this logical operator to solve different problems when we have multiple conditions and we want to combine the conditions.